New $1,000 monthly checks for the low income just announced. I have all the details and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to discuss the details of a new announcement that was just released encompassing $1,000 ongoing monthly checks specifically focused on the low income. I also do want to discuss the details of a statement out of a prominent lawmaker and his opinion on monthly checks, again, focused on the low income. I'll give you a little hint, he is in support of them and thinks it would be a great idea and wants them right away because of one thing that is happening out there right now, which again, I will talk about right here in the video. Let's get into it and discuss all the details and what is going on here because what we're referring to here in this video is happening right here and right now, and I want to talk about how this could lead to a lot more money in the pockets of low income and fixed income beneficiaries. Really fast before we do, thanks for joining me. If you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It is totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching the latest details and headlines hitting the wire, doing all the research and breaking it all down into these short videos as things are changing very rapidly. We know it's a super busy time right now, and it's a very busy year at that. It's all about you, the low income and fixed income beneficiaries, and I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be to advocate on your behalf and again, to keep you informed of all of these changes that continue to be announced. So again, thanks for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise. And as always, I'm sticking to it. All right, thank you so much. Let's get into it and talk about $1,000 ongoing monthly checks, and the opinion of this prominent lawmaker, what he said and why he thinks it'd be a great idea and why he wants them right away because of some piece of technology that is advancing very quickly and likely going to impact a huge percentage of the population. All right, let me talk through the details. All right, so this is actually something that's been out there for a while now. And again, I want to bring it to your attention because now we've got this prominent lawmaker talking about this as well. And again, enforcing everything that I've talked about here on the channel for the last couple of years and talking about how this is something that has a very high likelihood of happening, okay? Let me explain really quickly. So he was referring to, and as I've talked about before in other videos, AI, artificial intelligence, okay? If you're not very familiar with this, well, you might want to become familiar with it sometime soon because it is taking over massive parts of the economy so far, and there's a lot more to go, okay? Now, again, I know that a lot of you here in the community probably don't care about this. I'm not going to talk about it for very long, so don't worry. Let me just spend about a 1 minute and talk about this really fast here, okay? So let me explain really fast. What is AI? Sophisticated computers, sophisticated technology. A lot of times, it's hard to even decipher what is computer-generated versus what is human-generated. Believe it or not, there's a lot of information out there right now that is already being generated 100% by a computer, and you would have no idea. You think it is a person that's actually doing it. It's not, okay? And it is developing very fast. In fact, up until about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, something like that, AI, artificial intelligence, was not even a mainstream, acronym. It was not even a mainstream thing that many people talked about. However, now today, like everybody is talking about AI, it is all over the place and it is disrupting the economy in a major way, okay? All right, so that's all I'm really going to talk about that. However, this lawmaker, which by the way is Dean Phillips, if you don't know him, feel free to look him up, but he is a Democratic representative, obviously, in the House, okay? Now, here's the deal. He is talking about AI and how it's going to disrupt the economy in the United States. Not only that in the United States, but globally as well. We know this, okay? It's going to be disrupting the economy in a major way. Well, he wrote on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, by the way. So he wrote on X not that many days ago where he is talking about UBI, Universal Basic Income, and how he is definitely in support of this, and he wants something like this implemented sooner than later because he knows, just as well as all of us here in this community knows, that AI is disrupting things in a major way, and he's also basically in the camp that's saying, hey, we need to establish something now before it's too late, okay? He's basically talking about the details of this and suggesting we need to do something about this now because if we wait until it's too late on the disruption of AI to the economy and basically replacing or establishing some sort of universal basic income or guaranteed basic income for some people, it's going to be way too late and we're going to see a major economic contraction because, well, if we wait too long, then guess what? A ton of people are out of jobs and then we don't have anything to support these people, right? So as a result of this, I want to clarify as well, he is not saying a nationwide UBI or Universal Basic Income program, but rather he's talking about a very highly focused UBI or Universal Basic Income program, basically supporting people that are out of work and losing jobs being replaced by AI, artificial intelligence. So this is very important. Again, I've talked about the details of this before in other videos. In fact, have you seen any of these fast food restaurants out there right now that are completely robotic? Seriously, it's a real thing. They're all over the country right now. There's not a ton of them, but they are popping up and they're gaining tons of popularity because why? Think of it from the business standpoint, right? Does a business need to pay people to be there working, how with the hours of the store? No, they can basically have one person overseeing the operations of multiple stores from a remote location. Whereas, if you have to have humans there, you need to have, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 people there working at any given time. It's just not sustainable. And again, a lot of people are turning this and suggesting, hey, we can do all of this by robotics and automation, and we can have one person overseeing the whole thing, 1,000 miles away, and it doesn't really even matter, right? So again, this is something that's just taking place, and again, that's just one example. There's a ton of different industries that this is happening to, and we've heard from other very prominent people as well, suggesting we need a UBI or Guaranteed Basic Income program here in the United States sooner than later, because this automation, this technology, AI, artificial intelligence is taking over a lot of different industries, and we're going to see a huge impact to our workforce here in the United States. We need to do something about this because a lot of people are going to be out of work. So again, kind of reinforcing what Dean Phillips is here is also saying, hey, we got to do something about this sooner than later, establishing a universal basic income type of program, not on a nationwide basis, but rather on a localized basis, and basically helping out those people that are being massively disrupted by artificial intelligence. I don't know. I find it to be very fascinating. It's like a lot of stuff that honestly I don't even really understand because it is so sophisticated and it is changing so incredibly rapidly, but you're already starting to see the impacts of it in a major way so far, and it's still a relatively new thing that is not even that old. It's only been around a short time. Mainstream anyway. It's only been around a short time and it's already disrupting things in a massive way for a lot of people. So anyway, I've talked about this before, and again, let me talk about the details really fast here. Now, this is what Dean Phillips is suggesting, which by the way, Dean Phillips is a prominent Democratic lawmaker in the House of Representatives, okay? He's one of these people out there, when he speaks, you probably want to listen, okay? You don't hear his name pop up all the time. You don't see him in the headlines, but he is one of these people. He's a successful business person, okay? He knows what he's doing, okay? He's a pretty smart person, okay? Whether you agree with him or not, I'm just simply saying, watch him, okay? A lot of these lawmakers, now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of clowns out there as well, okay? There's a lot of people out there you think like, probably don't need to watch that one, right? But when it comes down to Dean Phillips, I'd say just watch what he's doing, okay? Just kind of like Bernie Sanders. When he speaks, you probably want to listen and kind of pay attention to what he's talking about, things like this, okay? So anyway, that is what Dean Phillips is suggesting. Now, let me point out something else out there. Remember the Support Act. This is a piece of legislation I've talked about before in other videos. It was introduced a couple years ago, but this is the one that wants to implement $1,200 ongoing monthly checks on a nationwide basis for the low income, okay? So this is another one that's out there. They're also recognizing, hey, guess what, everybody? We're being massively disrupted. If we don't do something now and be proactive, then guess what? We need to be reactive. And is reactive ever a good scenario? Not really, right? Being reactive is probably not the best scenario, especially when we can be proactive because we see what's coming down the tracks, right? It's like looking down a train track. Can you look down like a mile or two and be like, hey, look at that. There's a train coming. Maybe we should act, now before it's too late, right? Which, by the way, do not stand on a railroad track. It's not a good idea, okay? Do not do that. I'm not advising that in any way, shape, or form, okay? But anyway, my point is, I was using that as a quick analogy, okay? Therefore, seeing the future rolling down the tracks at 60. Do you think we maybe want to take some action now before we, it's too late? Yeah, probably, right? So anyway, these are a couple of different things that are out there right now. Again, another person jumping on board with this, basically establishing this, the establishment of universal basic income or guaranteed basic income, which essentially is just ongoing monthly checks for specified groups of people, the low income, always the low income. So anyway, very encouraging. We need to continue watching this very closely, but they must act on this at some point here, which, by the way, not that many months ago, the president signed an executive order basically all around AI, artificial intelligence. So when the president comes out and signs an executive order to basically regulate artificial intelligence or something, you know it's a big deal. Okay, this happened, I don't know, maybe 3-4 months ago, I don't know, but he signed it a few months ago. Okay, so that's probably pretty important and something we want to continue paying attention to. Anyway, I'm going to continue watching this very closely. We know it's a busy year right now. We're not even that far into the year so far, and it's already getting a little crazy. So it's going to be way more busy than this. And again, if we see a huge economic contraction or a recession on top of all this that's happening right now, oh, it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to tell you that much already. Okay, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. So either way, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet to make sure you don't miss any videos going forward. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm doing all the research every single day and bringing it to you in these short videos. Also, share this video or any of this here on the channel with the share button right down below the video next to the subscribe button. Share this with your friends on my social media so they can also stay tuned with what's going on. Leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. And as always, go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel, including those that I have linked down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. And that's about what I have for you right now. Enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. And I hope this helps you out to better understand what's actually going on and the major disruption we are currently seeing right now, and it's only going to get significantly worse. Anyway, enjoy your day, take care, and see you again later.